The Concord, and ladies and gentlemen, last I left off, got the plain prep with a gloss coat, and I started on the decals. Decals for this kit are not old, not too thick, not too thin. They lay down just fine. Again, I don't like to bore everyone. Two things in modeling that's boring is sanding, and if you do a lot of decals. And I have a rule that I put upon myself when I do decals. I do 3 to 4 decals a day. That gives you plenty of time to get it down, get it burnished down, or make sure it's straight like the red line here. And then I let it dry for the day. Next day I do another 3 or 4 more decals, and then basically about a week you got the decals on. So got the red line, got the British Airways tail markings. Got to finish that side, which I'm going to start today. And I went ahead and got the mask off the canopy there, so black, just basically like the photo there. And for the scale, it's A-OK. One thing I like the Vallejo decal system, and I've mentioned that several times. Decal fix and the softener. Now the fix is basically a glue, and one thing I like to do, especially if I have like long decals here, you're supposed to put the decal fix on the surface. That basically gives it a plain feel, then you put the decal on. Bigger decals, I like to do that, but when you have small red lines, I like to just put the decal on and do water and get it squared up and straight, and then I'll take the decal fix and apply it on top, and I think it works out really well, and it looks like it's painted on that way. Decal softener, a lot of people don't know, that's basically if you want it to get into the panel lines, it softens them down and makes them suck into the rivets, panel lines, and all that. So that's what the decal softener does. Anyway, that's the way I like to do it, and again, I don't like to bore everyone with decals, but the British Airways is taking shape. I got the 747, which we'll do after that, but up next we are going to paint Doc and Marty. These are 1/18 scale resin figures. I know you get them, they come out of France. On Facebook there's a I don't know if it's a company or it's called Scale Figures, and I guess he makes all different types. I mean, the lightness on them are just absolutely nuts on them. Marty looks like Marty and Doc looks like Doc. They are casted really well. A little bit of cleanup, and there may be one little pinhole, and you can probably see it like on his chin, especially and on Marty's. Now, if I would have done that, everyone would like type in, "You can't build that, Mr. Hair. Why, there's a pinhole on his chin." But anyway, we're going to paint these up next. Doc here is just a single figure, nothing to glue on. Marty has got to glue his hands on, and he does come with, and I left it in the sack here so I wouldn't lose it. It does come with a skateboard. There is reference material on his skateboard that he has. I really don't know. I'm going to paint it, but it ain't going to be like super detailed with all the little markings. It's just no. Just I can't. I'll get close, but the super detail on his skateboard, which is not his hoverboard, but it's just got a little more detail on it. And I don't think there's any stickers, and I'm not a figure painter, so anyway, more on that very, very soon. We're going to start painting these probably in a couple days. I got to clean them up, get the flash, wash them, and then put a coat of primer on them, and then we'll be go. And basically I'll be painting them not really during the week, more during the weekends. It's just easier for me to do. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are getting ready to paint, I was going to say Rick and Morty. Been watching a lot of Rick and Morty. Doc and Marty. And the Concord is getting its decals. So that's what we got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.